Once I get a brand new PC Linux OS system running, there are some things that I consider to be essential to do. You can take a few minutes and play around with the menus. You can see lots and lots of applications here you can play with, and I recommend that you do that. Take some time and get to know what's on here. But very early on, you're going to want to update everything to get the latest, greatest version. That's done by using the Synaptic Package Manager. Can you see this little icon right here in the lower left corner? The Synaptic Package Manager is your friend. In a Linux situation, you use the Package Manager a lot. This is the way you get your software, and essentially it's all free. I'm going to click on that once. It's going to ask me for the root password, which I'm going to enter. It's the one I created a few minutes ago. I'm clicking OK. And that's going to go out and load the Package Manager, which will give me a list of all of the applications I've got installed and all the ones available. By clicking on Installed, I can see the applications I've got installed. There are a lot of them. By clicking on All, I can see all that are available. At this point, the lists are the same. The list of all and the list of installed is the same, but I happen to know there are a lot of other packages out that I don't have. In order to check those out, I've got to go on the internet to a repository. Now, if I click Reload, it'll try to do that, but oftentimes it's not configured with a working repository. Sometimes it'll access a repository that's not available, and you'll get an error message here. We may have to choose a repository from the Settings menu. In this case, we'll see. It has to download 16 files. It looks like it's getting them all. Oh, it says could not download all repository indexes. The repository might not be available. That happens a lot. In order to fix this, I'm going to close this out. What it means is it could not find an active repository with its current settings. So we are going to use the Settings menu to change that. Settings, Repositories. Here's a list of lots and lots and lots of repositories that from time to time do offer PC Linux OS services. It's set up to use these two, eBiblio, and can you see these check marks? Those two are not working. I happen to know recently that University of Calgary has been good. This one right here. So I'm turning it on. I'm clicking OK. It warns me now I need to click the refresh button or reload button because we've changed repositories. So I'm doing that. I'm clicking reload. It's going to go out on the internet, contact the University of Calgary and their PC Linux OS repository server and download their index to learn about all the applications that I don't have yet. And also it'll tell it about ones that I do have that may be out of date. So this time it worked. I can see no error messages. And we'll see now, if I look at the installed packages, I've got this many. If I want to see all the packages, there are a lot more of them. Thousands and thousands and thousands of packages. See the ones that have the brown mark here, the check mark. If this box is dark, then it's installed. These others are not installed. So first thing I want to do is I want to mark all upgrades. That means compare my files with the ones on the repository and upgrade all the ones that are out of date. Here's a list. To be upgraded, all these applications need to be upgraded. I'm going to mark them for upgrade and click Apply. It lets me know 24 new packages are going to be installed, 180 packages are going to be upgraded, 113 megabytes of extra space will be used, and 256 megabytes have to be downloaded. I can do all of that. I'm going to click Apply, and it's going to go out and start downloading files. File 3 of 284, file 204, file 4 of 204. It estimates will be done in 22 minutes and 49 seconds. I can show the progress of individual files here if I want, and I get a scrolling list as files are downloaded. But as this happens, the big picture will be graphed with a bar graph that will advance here from left to right according to the usual pattern across here. It says I need another 19 minutes, now 13 minutes estimated, before we're done. So I'm going to let this cook, and I'll continue this narration when this bar graph gets almost all the way across.